2 rounds now, Yampi has delivered for them on the C site by just rushing his opponent with a light weapon. He steals it away from Crostali,
30 seconds left.
who's got a small smile on his face as he watches Lotus slip away. 11 HP. And that's a 3v5.
Hello,
They
hello,
got themselves
hello.
in such excellent positions to
आ
shut
गई
that
आवाज।
down. How is Yampi ready at the B door as the C hit comes through? Like, they understood exactly what was going on there.
Timing could not have been more perfect.
But have to convert rounds like that if they have a chance of getting past Vitality.
Find you.
Money's not here, but this is last real chance to survive in this map. Vitality just looking for the finishing moment really here on Lotus.
Yeah, 4 sheriffs.
Bits and pieces of spam, the bullets just raining down. How the hell is there no damage being done here?
Absolutely 0 bullets hitting Yellowjet.
Somehow avoiding all of it here.
Neo.
Seeing full armor across the board, scared of the prospect of that outlaw, but now this could get messy. Yampi caught again, flinging away here. Chronicle with a chance to really deliver. There it is, bullet straight to the dome. Potentially that flash is excellent. C can't quite escape, but surely he's done the damage. Crostali, Waldy of a shot. Sheriff in his hand.
They don't know about Durka.
Makes it sing. Durka up onto the flank. This could be everything. Unaccounted for in his position, and the barrel's just poking out. Damage done. 10 HP, the nade sailing down, and it's going to be Profit playing up those sound cues. Crostali's caught in the corner. The damage more than done there. Round 1 out. Vitality locking up their map pick.
He's hunting down that title!
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again! He steps up to the plate, and he can knock this one out of the park! Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats!
ये निकला है भाई बढ़िया एकदम अच्छा लैपटॉप है
Tired of off-season blues once Champs is over? Fear not, because Valorant is coming to the Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for national pride. Will EMEA turn every round into a chess match? Is Brazil about to turn every map into ranked? Will Team USA ego peak every single angle? The final event of the year is not to be missed. Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
Probably doesn't represent how messy that game was and how many opportunities we gave them to get back into it. I think it should have been a few more our way or a few more their way. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more discipline if we want to close this out relatively cleanly, that's for sure.
Thank you. That's an honest answer from Pal because he was shouting, "Yappy, stop fighting, bro!"
Thank you so much for that, Jen.
बढ़िया
Look,
खेली
I
यार
mean,
इस बार.
Pal with that
कल तो हार गई
brutal
थी.
honesty. But look, if you're Coach Pal, you have to be at least somewhat pleased because, well, folks, we have our, Verizon high-speed moment of the match from Vitality, and most importantly, it was from the likes of Durka. This guy constantly, Billy, bring in the heat, drop in a cool 20 in the server. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for Vitality.
Yeah, Durka is the kind of player that will be able to have individual moments throughout a map such as this one. I think it just goes to show the kind of caliber of experience this kind of roster has, right? You can always rely on Durka to come out with some crazy plays such as this one.
Yeah, this was ridiculous though, getting the ult to drop back down for a second on that refight. And I do agree with Pal's assessment there, that there were quite a few moments where I think Vitality started to let things slip and had to rely on a bit of the individualism to bail them out. But what was great was that they were delivering in those moments very consistently, whether it be the Yampy clutches or the Durka multi-kills. All of those guys were stepping up in those rounds that got messy.
And I can understand the frustration because I think for Coach Pal, he looks at these players, especially the veterans on that stage, Yampy, Chronicle, Durka. He's looking at them and saying, hey guys, like these weird little moments we got to clean up. Like we are one of the best teams in the world. Veterans, guys who've been doing this for a super long time. We shouldn't be making these kinds of errors, which I think is maybe a little harsh, but at the same time, maybe necessary considering you're fighting for top 4 here at a global event.
When I think back to Pal's team last year of that BBL roster, there was a lot of overheating. There was moments where there was lacks of discipline. And yeah, sometimes that does happen here, but he is the kind of guy that is always going to keep it honest, keep it real with the rest of his players. Guys, let's not get too excited and think that we've won the series just yet by overhitting in those kind of moments. Of course, Yampy was pulling out heroics in those kind of last rounds to be able to get it to map point, but yeah, just dial it back a little bit.
I'd be more positive. I think in the second half, it was a really good approach from Team Vitality. In particular, I liked how they were going for early aggression on one side to shoot FUT away, but then quickly calling away from that and playing a lot of set retakes. When you try and hard anchor against FUT, their double duelists are so excellent at just destroying you on those rounds. But they were constantly playing that step back and then fighting forward to flood once FUT had expended their utility. That's exactly the right approach. And the execution on defense was quite good.
Yeah, no, it truly was. But of course, the question on our mind is how does FUT respond? How do they bounce back? Well, that's going to start with the coaching staff. So let's send it over to Jen Lee once again, standing by with the main man, Vlad.
Here we have Coach Vlad of FUT. Vlad, what is it going to take you guys to take it to map 3?
I think we gotta just give our energy because we didn't give anything at all in the Lotus.
Thank you so much. And FUT's map pick is coming up, and it's going to be Ascent.
That's right, and we know that Ascent tends to be a great map for Turkish Valorant, but I do want to take it back to what Coach Vlad just said there about energy, and I understand that, especially in this environment, you're going to need to ramp that up, and you know that Chronicle, Yampy, they're going to keep the emotions high, Billy, on that stage for the Vitality team.
Well, we spoke to Vlad the other day, and we had told him that he is on the team that has played probably the most rounds out of any other team left.
That's true.
In
Great
this
point.
tournament.
Great point.
And it's the same, right? You're coming into this, you know that elimination's on the line. You need to build up that energy. And I think, especially when we consider how great Yetije usually is at being able to lift those kind of spirits for the rest of the rookies on this team to the global stage. And yeah, I think going into Ascent, though, they can find a little bit of confidence. Vlad had also mentioned to us that they're happy to finally show their diversity across the map pool and being able to pick out Ascent in the previous
guys, live stream को like कर देना यार, जो लोग देख रहे हैं फटाफट से live stream को like कर देना.
That maybe caught you by surprise today. I don't know if it's a map that they maybe would have expected FUT to
बस
play
होने वाला है start.
Of course, it is going to be
देखते हैं वाला मैप कौन जीता है.
For FUT, as Billy had mentioned, they had played so many matches, more than anyone else. So you know those boys must be reeling. But you gotta push a little bit more if you want to make it to that top 4.
It's been a month since Team Vitality have played this map, and we already see a change in the composition. Previously, it was Durka on the Neon. He changes over to the Jet on this one, an Icon on that Agent. And this game, for me, is a clash between the new and the old. It's Durka on his iconic Agent on a map he's always been excellent at, against a FUT team that is so young, that is so hungry, and have one of the best up-and-comers in
जेट
South
तो भाई
on
लेते
that
लेते हैं
role. We need to see so much
ज़्यादातर
more from
मैंने
him,
देखा
so much
जेट
more
को
from
लेंगे ही
Zeus
लेंगे
in
और
this
सोवा
map
को
if they want to stay alive in this competition.
I'm really happy to see this pivot over
Reina
from
मैंने
the
देखा
Neon
नहीं
to the Jet. I think that this
कि Reina
suits
को भी
Durka
लेते हैं
perfectly, especially when we consider the sniper usage that we're expecting, especially starting on this defense, how they're going to fight for those extremities. I think as well, we need to bear in mind, this was a map that Vitality didn't really like playing in EMEA. They didn't really show it. They banned it in that grand final when they had the double map ban advantage. In FUT, the other day came out swinging on this map, showed how great it was for them. I'm looking at Zeus on the Sage. That was a highlight for me in being able to set Sop up into these great deep angles on the Outlaw in those positions.
Yeah, I'm looking for Vitality's answers to mid-control on this defensive side. I think FUT did a great job of playing into a lot of splits against G2, using the wall to facilitate those ideas. I think Durkazov is going to be a big win condition for them in this first half.
FUT Esports are going to have to dig deep, folks, if they want to take this to map 3, but we have seen them do that time and time again. Does Vitality though shut the dream down? Let's send it back over to your casters, Brennan Sideshow, for the call.
Exactly right here. Ascent coming up. Best opportunity for FUT to see if they can correct that previous map, take it all the way to split. For both of these teams, there's parity in terms of the goals that they're reaching for. Obviously, trophies at the back of their minds, but a chance for both of these teams, I think, to as well reach even higher peaks than they have in the past. As an org, as players themselves, we look towards Ascent here. FUT, they've got to put their best foot forward now. An opportunity here to see if they can even up the series, take it all the way.
One of these EMEA teams will advance, but they have to cannibalize each other in the regional matchup. There's only space for one of them in that top 4, and I love the comparison between the two Jets that we're getting here. It is the old against the new.
Yeah.
The legacy Jet of Durka, who's been here from the very beginning, versus Sop, a player that was more known for the Neon, to be honest, who's come out at Masters London and just looked incredible.
We're about to be treated to one hell of a clash here. Prop's already got that util
और
ready.
भाई
It's
हो गया
going
round
to be laid down. Paranoia. Safe for now. Thorns to stunt this one, but FUT are not messing around. It's a deep dash off the back of it. Paranoia, but that's going to be a connection from the recon. He's going to be revealed into the corner. The Shakhtar clears him out. So almost going down in the process with a heal in the back pocket. Deep cage gives Durka a window of opportunity. Dashes back to the side, though. He's going to be surviving for now. Almost taken down, Sop.
The first class between those Jets ended up being a stalemate. Durka's taken a bunch of chip damage, though.
Both sides. Sop also weak as anything, but a post plant down now, and a flank starting to activate. Vitality putting pressure now on multiple fronts. It's going to be clear that Sociable doesn't really want to contest or tangle with it. Durka, what is that? Steps down, straight to the double Crystallis!
अरे रैंडम शॉट क्या मार दिया रे वो
Minimap pressure.
रैंडम शॉट भी मार दिया भाई
Now it's all FUT. Absolutely corralled into a corner. They got nowhere to run.
निकाल लिया
Pistol round for Vitality.
VIT ने निकाल लिया भाई
What has Durka just done with those 2 kills? The first one is disgusting. The second one is just... How on earth has he got both of those? Sociable should have been a really difficult player to get through. 2 players on the flank. Sociable's job is to try to delay them. Hope that the rest of his team can fight. Ruinous for FUT in the pistol. And Durka's showing you why he's so great. I mean, the way that he's challenging, backing off, refighting. The timing of how he fights is so good on defense.
The rest of his team's pressure that they create. Keep going on about it, but just for his own play, you get to see the tenure and experience made manifest.
Oh, there's a great reason why we had high expectations for the Vitality team. Yeah. Because of what these players have done before.
FUT are looking to see if they can explode out and catch a player unaware here. Ghost in hand is not the right gun for the job. Zeus ends up taking him out. Not really a weapon to reclaim, but Chronicle's already inserted himself in through main, and Durka looking to see if he can plug up the gaps. But that Outlaw in hand has to commit to it, and there it is, Chronicle. Hopefully playing again of the sound cues, the pressure that's created from the rest of them, and Sayonara happy to plug up the gaps.
This 1-2 punch of Durka Kron has been a menace here early on. They're the 2 players you're looking for in Vitality. The big names, the ones who know what it is to win. This is a region that's been starved of trophies for so long.
Yeah.
Haven't lifted a trophy
अरे
since
बहुत
2023.
कड़क भाई बहुत कड़क यार
This event, but we do have Durka and we do have Kron wearing a different jersey this time.
Change of the tide. Hopes and dreams on EMEA for one of these squads will be dashed at the end of this.
Pressure, looking to push out through Gelato here.
Yeah. Shock dance, going to be missing the trip.
This is off the one-way timing being dropped, perhaps?
Yeah, not too sure. Sociable, he's just got knife out right now.
There it goes.
Here, dissipates, and there's a flash up towards the top, updraft. It's a doubled up play. Cristali disengages, wants nothing to do with it. Now making moves over towards the other side of the map, but that wall's going to be causing problems again. Slow Orb might be finding a mark there. Outlaw shots ringing out. Top left hands are just 10 HP. There's no heal inside for him, and he's blind as anything. Yampy, raw spam.
Standing ahead.
As soon as he hears the switch being hit, big reveal there from the dart too. There is danger here, but FUT, they are crumbling. But they got to try and punch a hole straight through it anyway. Yampy! He's not done, not by any margin.
Absolute domination from FUT's setup. The value that they got from the light weaponry was sublime. Durka hits a 140, Yampy chips it down, and that's before he gets a wallbang kill, before he's even used the recon. But he barely aims there, doesn't he? Just spamming it in.
Scattering the shots, hoping that he can pick one up.
भाई pressure हो गया वन पे.
Mad frustration.
No break on the recon dart. That's got to be incredibly frustrating.
3-0 हो गया.
But also no bait on that vice wall. Just popping in, getting scrambled by the Gelato push.
There's that question about inexperience. Might be rearing its head once more. We're talking about it. FUT. They do crumble when the pressure's upon them. They've never been able to best Vitality since 2025.
Vitality have already taken down EMEA #1 seed. They got their revenge game. This was supposed to be FUT's. They should be coming into this with fire in their belly, wanting to get one up over the team that's constantly held them down. That's a nice shot.
Sharp, but not enough for the kill. The wall just saving Yampy there.
Split through mid from FUT. Vitality giving them a little bit of that space after Durka peaked early on.
Just ready for it though. Turker's watching one avenue. Look at it, locking down a main, and there's Profig. Your time to shine. Steps right up to it, into the spotlight, and he delivers. Yet a J. See if he can do anything at all. A bit of damage. It's a weapon picked up, but the spike is firmly out of reach now.
Yeah, it's a mild overheat, and also Profit is okay. For a moment there, Profit was the only player, but I think Sayonara spotted him, trapped him.
Yeah, paranoia. It's good for it. Level of patience. I'm surprised that Powell's interviewing the coach, saying that he needed more discipline from Vitality. It was too sloppy for his liking, but apparently Vitality are doing their best to really pump the brakes. Biding their time, wait for the appropriate util to get used, and then swinging and playing off of it.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as well, actually. He was more negative than I was expecting. There were some sloppy moments where things came down to clutches, but there were fewer than in the previous times that these teams have matched up. Actually, Vitality have been pretty well controlled. I think some of the tension might perhaps be getting to even the coaches.
We need to see a big step up here from FUT. Anything to turn this around. Down by 4 rounds. Guns in their hands. They're biding their time for now, waiting out for the pressure.
Zeus can try to play for the ult over towards A. That'll give them options, ideas to play towards. But Sociable's got to come up with some kind of game plan to crack this difficult defense.
It's posturing on either side right now. Now hard committal, FUT. Feeling quite tepid in their approach. At some point as we reach that minute mark, we'll have to gear up into something.
Oh, they're backing off and going over towards B. This bait and switch setup with Durka and Sayonara could be brutal if they do tread into B main.
Cam already broken earlier here. We're going to take a listen in to see if FUT can deal with it.
Şöyle attım. Yakına gel, pikle buraya. Drone'un var mı? Drone var. Tamam bekle. Gardına smoke vereceğim. Aç. Yakın solda yok. Sol nakti. Yine smoke attı. Side'da 2. Ulti atacağım ona. Bir yeşil. Bekliyor kanka full. Vuramadım. B'den aşağı. Yürüyorum buraya.
30 seconds left.
Gir de smoke bitecek önümdeki. Kill deneyeceğim. Yürüyebilirsin. Yürüyebiliyorsan yürü.
It's a comedy of errors from FUT there. That's diabolical.
It's all gone wrong.
They lose Sop inside of the ultimate, and Zeus was the player with the res. He died to a headshot.
All gone wrong. There's only 14 seconds left. There's no, where are you going with the spike right now?
No time.
10 seconds
left.
Where's the avenue? They've scrambled themselves completely.
They don't know where do we even go here. You have no choice but to save. This is FUT that are just losing their head at this point.
That round is absolutely diabolical. What a moment for us to have jumped into the comms. Sop slowed down on the entry, 0, 0, and 5.
Yeah.
Killed by his own Hunter's Fury, and then the player that could have raised him might have been able to keep up even a shred of the momentum through trade.
It's so slow. Lethargic by FUT.
Instantly.
Yeah.
There are still 2 players on FUT 5 rounds in without a kill to their name. The coaches have got to take a moment. I mean, is it going to be nerves? Is it going to be just trying to get them to play more like themselves? They are trying to have a slower approach to this. They're prodding, they're looking for utility. It's difficult to deal with. You've got Durka going to be aggressive with the op. Sayonara could be flash peeking. Lots of different trap setups to run with the Phoenix in the com.
Yep.
And you also have to default and deal with the Vice util somewhere.
It's a lot to handle.
Ascent is always going to be hard when you're on the attack side, but they do look lost. Just to take Vitality's coaching staff's, FUT's coaching staff's own words about what they were saying about their team, they do look lost.
They got to turn it around. They got to pick up the hopes and dreams here. Looking towards that Coinbase win con, but that's going to be it. The morale needs to be there. Some urgencies from FUT, some belief in themselves that they can do it, because they're getting shut out here.
I think the Coinbase win condition is going to be mental. It's going to be the coaches instilling some level of energy back into the team. They don't look like they believe that they can win right now. They don't look like they think that they are going to come out on top in these skirmishes. It's constantly backpedaling and fumbling.
Yeah, reminiscent of FUT. Highest positions they've ever to reach in the past, that 5th, 6th position. They got to pick it up here, otherwise that's what they're going to be staring at once more. A rinse and repeat of the past. But there is so much to deal with. Like you said, Durka's operator, one step to get around. A trap play though, hold on, Sayonara. Slide off angle, Durka, he got a dash primed. He really does wait it out, take his time with a shot here. The cloud burst is engaging. Flick to the side, there is that dash to disengage.
What a dodge from Sop.
Barely out of dodge.
They've got things into a 4v4. Unfortunately, the play with the res has died again.
Doesn't get any easier.
This is the ultimate that's supposed to create those advantages from even situations.
Vitality is so fluid right now, moving around the map.
And this is a crazy spot.
Poking over towards the B main angle, Durka just silently jump hopping. He's hoping that they'll be over towards that cat side, but there's 3 players right in front of him. Are they aware of it? Side on pulls down, it's a good trade. Cristali, he's straight on it, hot on his heels. Still Garden, supposed to offload here. As catching these players caught into the corner, 45 seconds left.
They're so worried that they were going to get peeked from Cat there. They're scared, tucked into close mid.
They're cowering at this point.
And giving Profek all of this space on A means that Yampi and Kron can double up B. It's really likely that the spike is headed B, but actually instead,
30 seconds left.
Looking to go through every piece of Vice utility with 30 seconds.
2 thorns, there's a wall. Haven't defaulted towards it to break it. What the hell can they even do? Shakhtar takes out 1 step, but it's at least 2 players past it. You've got a lot to clear here with only 15 seconds left, and Profik, he's still got that main control here, spotted out. But all he's got to do is buy time for the rest of the team. Be a nuisance, a thorn in their side. Plant will have to go down here. Cristali gets the committal. There's no actual pushback from the other side of things. Vitality are gearing up for the retake 3v3, but a post-plant positioning, a lot to account for. Deep Drone hunting out. They just got the signs of life. They know where Profik is, still up towards heaven. It's Chronicle. Rapid now onto the approach, just trying to see if there's any noise being made that he can play off of.
Recon wasted.
Let's see how this one goes. FUT feeling pressured now as the door opens up wide. The counter spam! Sociable just gears up towards it. The Tinker's not enough to claim that kill. It's a 2v1. Profik position here. Essential still, but time ticking away. What is that? 1v1 now. Profik hunting, gearing up for it, but the time ticking again. Smoke covers it up. The circle shrinking. He's got to stick this all the way. There's no real second chance. And oh my!
What's the time?
Time! Oh! Barely one out. And it took everything from FUT.
That's Profik's first death. Almost stole it away right from underneath them. That round comes out of attack timeout. I gotta be honest with you, I was worried the entire time that FUT were gonna let it slip away. If they hadn't shock darted the first thorns a tree, the whole round could have been over.
Would have been cooked.
Thankfully, Cristali's got that presence of mind. And a big clutch. They needed rounds on the board. This half is obviously still recoverable. There's so many rounds left to play. It's just been tough so far.
Gearing up. Disrespect shown over towards that A main angle. Cloudburst still going to be laid down on either side. Deep dash. forward. Stop though, he's going to be blinded up here and he needs some help. Already positioned, accounted for, it's lovely with the movement. Makes it awkward here for Profit, and he can't stand up to it.
Back-to-back entries from Sop in these rounds.
Starting to come alive in the final few moments. Right when it was needed, that shock touch just cancels out the drone. Unfortunate timing. The Vitality not done yet, but his blunders across the border. Util blinding up absolutely everyone. Bit of spam. Straight through the floorboards. Crisali's going to be taken out. Res those there. They need to play for the rest of this now. Hunter's Fury. Soft forwards, but you burn to a crisp. The wall just cooking them alive here. This is carnage and chaos. But trying to thrive in the midst of all of it here. But that controlled, tempering aggression. Vitality taking a sweet time now. Blade Storms in the hands of Turka. He's already leading the charge forward on Bax Turban, and I know where the last few players remain. He goes down in a random spam. Knife fake them away. Sociable. How the hell have you gotten away with it? That's unbelievable.
भयंकर राउंड जीता है वो.
Chaos, 2 players trapped in hell. And the knife comes out, stabbing away in the dark. How have they managed to recover this? Vitality knew where they were.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Slashing away at his former teammate, his old IGL, and comes out on top. A little bit of relief, a little bit of tension dissolved there. 2 nice rounds though, back-to-back from FUT, or at least 2 successful rounds. The first one, definitely down to the wire. Even that one, they had to recover from being down players. But Sopper's landed them entries to make the rounds winnable to begin with, and they have ideas about how they want to play.
He's only got 2 kills for now, but like you mentioned, they've been
Hello VG Gaming, क्या हाल चाल?
rounds where he's
VG Gaming. VG भाई, watch party हो रहा है. बहुत तगड़ा खेल रहे हैं.
Vitality going to take a attack timeout here, but frankly, I think the way that they're playing is working. They might want to adjust something based on that A exec. Coinbase win condition for them might be to try to shut down the A-pop. They've been using Profec's positioning over towards Jenny time after time here and relying on his paranoia. But with the way that Sop plays, you know, that dash towards Jenny, hiding inside the Cloudburst, he's not really under that much pressure even when he gets blinded. So I can see them wanting to change things up, and they are going to move Kron over towards the A site.
Would have been pressured so much despite the win. No players really surviving, so the economy is just a little bit all over the place. Sop will have the knives to play with, but half armor gives opportunities for Durka to thrive. He's not going to be watching for this one,
VG भाई कहाँ चला गया? सो गया था क्या?
Up the gut straight away, just trying to put the pinch on to these anchoring players, but a TP reinforcements arriving towards the top, and there it is with the updraft. Hold on, Yampi's life is going to be claimed, but still with a reveal, and the off angle not expected. Sayonara is doing his best now. Paranoia forwards, but there's that activation up towards mid. Yet a J. He's found Durka on the rotate and calling for the pivot back once more.
Good cancel.
Nora Theft also going to be revealing a couple of these player positions. Chronicle trying to bait and fake like he was, over-rotating. Altered their own. What is this from Sociable? It's going to be surely meeting.
When he gets committing! What? Because he doesn't want to cancel it and just he's right in front of Sayonara.
Ridiculous. 2v3.
कब आने वाले हो? कल कब आने वाले? कल आएंगे दिन में.
Scrambling. The tension in the air with his team, you can tell. You could cut it with a knife. The way that FUT are playing, decision making, it's all over the place.
ये skin अच्छी लगती है ना?
It's been such a great run
Sound proper
here at London. But it feels like they're losing their heads a bit in this one. The last 2 matches against Vitality, they've all gone to 3. They've all been decided in incredibly close moments.
Message कर दो.
This fast B-pop, not a bad idea, and the decision to cancel is fine. But then each individual player makes such bizarre decisions. I mean, look at that. Yampi can't believe it. Just landed in his lap. I think this is where you're seeing the experience difference between them. When they're playing domestically or where they're playing in a Swiss stage, but keeping up with Vitality. The bright lights are not shining too far in their face. Here, they're crumbling.
The pressure getting way too much. The money's low and around like this for FUT. Vitality going for an aggro play, mixing it up entirely here. Overwhelmed though in terms of the presence, but still getting 1 troubles. Does give away a gun if it can be reclaimed. All lowered and broken. Rodfek! My God, it's disgusting work. Guardian in hand, Yedajay looking to see if he can even out the odds. A dash towards the side. Updraft, barely alive. Durka eventually finalized, and there it is.
साइफर ने भी बहुत उधम मचा दिया है.
Bought enough time for Chronicle to just come running and save it.
That smoke from Sociable is supposed to let FUT get the weapon, threaten like they could be going out into A, and Profit just gets on an angle above it and punishes them so hard. Look at these angles. Sociable is greeding for that gun. Profit stepped up enormously too. He's had maps where he just comes alive. 11-3 right now.
This entire tournament has been having insane games all throughout, matching pound to pound with some of the most experienced players in the game on his team.
Yeah, it's not enough for Vitality to just have Durka and Chronicle playing well. Sayonara has been amazing too.
Here it is, an attempt at a punish on the deep drone, Yedajay caught with it though, and there's that mid-fight, again shut down. Vitality seemingly one step ahead.
Really nice flash for the refight, but good trade as well to make it possibly winnable. What is this?
What is that? Barely out now.
Jet.
It's a cloud burst.
Jet को खेलना जो सीख गया ना भाई, सही बोलता है सेंसी.
Being scrambled.
Jet है बहुत कड़क का player.
Stali did not want that fight. He had the spike alone.
This angle by Yampi surely unaccounted for. He's going exploring. Hold up, what's going on here? Go for the clearance. Trade there with a swing, but it is tepid, and Profix right there to defend. Gearing his players up. Shorty in one hand, wide swing to the other.
These are the kind of plays you make when you know the other team is terrified of you.
Yeah. The fear is palpable. Vitality experience enough that they can sense it. Take full advantage of it. They're taking liberties in this game.
That went through his legs.
Really did, lucky.
भाई इतना भयंकर खेल रही है.
Not too many more chances, I don't think.
He's had 2 rushes with death in this round from Durka. The man with 9 lives. He's going to need to expend a few more of them, though, if he wants to be able to win this round. FUT needs some kind of miracle moments to come out from someone.
Last player बचा है.
Anyone at all, Profik.
ये देख लिया उसको.
My position here. Krasali, none the wiser.
दरवाजा बंद करने जा रहा था वो.
I feel like I'm underselling it if I say that they're running away with it, but they really are.
You expect defense sides on this map to be dominant, but a lot of the rounds are they're just over immediately. Or at least Vitality get up to such an advantage. You just can't see the way through for FUT.
Don't hunt. Low money as well for us. No point.
Still raiding people in.
Final 2 rounds of the half. If they could recover it here in an 8-4, I think FUT would be dancing in the streets afterwards.
They would be, mate.
That would be a fantastic outcome for them.
8-4 half is the best they can hope for here, and they don't really have the weapons at all. Regardless, another deep dash in. Stop is being left to them all. Against the rifle in the hands of Chronicle, he's willing to just slap them down. Dismiss them, it's good. Fundamental gameplay, just really trying to gear up.
तो फिर भी मार दिया उसने यार.
Sayonara, just spray transfer all the way down into main, and these players revealed, crunched into mulch. 9 rounds now for Vitality. And looking towards that last round and a half to see if they can put a proper cap on it.
FUT coming in, expecting this to be a revenge game. Vitality decided to be more dominant than they have been any time they've both played against them. This is the Vitality that turned up against Heretics 2. Something has changed between those playoffs in EMEA here to London. Vitality have leveled up.
Evolving as a team, looking better and better with each passing game here. Durka forwards being pressured by the Hunter's Fury. Forced to take an unfavored fight. Last hit of that one is going to be doing a decent amount of damage. Chunking him down, but that's a steel gun going to be uploaded already. You're looking forwards, Profik! Profik! Having a field day with it. The flash is perfect! It's a good transfer, but Sop is going to be taken down regardless. The running back is going to be bringing him straight back to life. 2v2. FUT. Desperate for every single chance they can get. They've got to hand the spike over. Zeus will have a res online with this one, but like Ampi. We're talking a big game all the way through from Chronicle and Durka, but can't forget about this guy. Experience reigning. Been in many a game now. Did they expect it at all? They're watching for it, potentially hearing the sound cues. Doubled up side by side, waiting for the main pressure. Backs just poking out. Yampi's hoping and hunting for that early kill, a bit of spam from that shock top pressure, but here it goes. Shot accuracy, stop straight on it, and accounted for. They don't know it. Sayonara, damage.
कड़क यार.
How the hell did they keep?
अरे बहुत प्यारा भाई. क्या दिया यार वो?
That's incredible. The layers to that. The way that Yampi makes it feel like it's only him on the flank. pure bait from Sayonara and delivers a 3K dunk at the end. How vigilant FUT were for the flank, and then they immediately turned their attention away. Three kills, and EMEA's rookie
देख लो भाई reaction.
goes absolutely nuclear.
Audience के.
Unreal stuff.
बैंकर live कैसे देख रहे हो?
Vitality, it is pure dominance. We're going to hear
यहाँ
from
का
Yampy
देखने
now
का live
in this
अलग है भाई.
Apex play a moment before they look
और
towards
वहाँ
the
का
second
अलग है.
half. Potentially a finish.
World के players हैं best.
Well. They kind of forced us to do mistakes.
World की series
we
है.
were not coordinated at all on the first map, but going into second map, I knew that we need to reset and fast, because if we don't, Paperx are just gonna run us over on the second map also, just like they did on the first map. So I'm super happy that we could reset on time and play together as a team and actually bounce back on the second map.
Heavy emphasis, heavy stack in middle. Divide is ahead of this by a long way. Yampy looking vulnerable, but gets a gun out in time. Forsaken next to challenge, turns around, sprays there, but Vitality stand. Yampy dampens all of that aggression.
FUT playstyle is a lot of aggressiveness and a lot of unpredictability. Player that stands out the most is Sociable. I watch all of their voicecom videos, and the way he's leading the team, even though like Sociable stats are very good, he is even more impactful player than the stats. So a great IGL can lead the team in every situation, and especially in the toughest moments, need to lead by example and need to make calls that the whole team trusts.
अब एक और गाना सुनो, यही मेरे को कॉपीराइट देगा फिर.
Well, Vitality themselves are so damn close. A minimum top 4 finish. They just have to get it over the line here on Ascent. And the right to represent EMEA as the sole representatives painted out in their compatriots' blood.
Vitality, their whole aim is to just live up to the promise of this roster. And this is the first time that we're seeing it. The dominance that they are showcasing across some of the matches in this tournament starts to show you glimmers of who they can be and the trophies that they're looking to hunt. On the other side, I thought FUT had done so well at shrugging off the pressure that came with being the villains. But we need to see more from them now.
First half looking scared and cowed, but Vitality, let's take a listen in.
3, 2, 1. I'm clearing right. Nothing right. Market, close. Nice. Can you cross?
No, I don't have smoke.
Okay, can you CT away cross? CT on man.
Wait, give me bomb.
Give me bomb.
Okay, I'm coming with you. Guys, let's go. I can go front.
I'm picking CT with you.
I'll just plant here, guys.
Just careful side. Yeah. No, okay, it shouldn't be side. I'll clear it anyway, but... No one side. Nothing. Shut the fuck up, you fucking bold.
By the way, it's planted for you.
Oh! Alright. That's what it takes, apparently. That's what it takes, apparently.
I mean...
Okay.
Back in on the pistol.
Yep, looking at this one. FUT. Completely wrong direction. Completely lost. 11-2 Vitality. They are running away with it.
I was all ready to just talk about how vocal Sayonara is in these comms check-ins. And comparing his experience to the others.
Oh, very vocal.
One enemy remaining.
That pistol should be a death knell for FUT. They're going to force up 4 stingers. Not even really the weaponry that you want on the defense side of Ascent.
Nope.
They're going to have to adjust their setups just to try to create these short-range fights. Vitality, this is a red carpet. Yeah. Being rolled out right now, even though they're on the attack side, on their opponent's map pick, on the most defense-sided map we have.
Loose swing. Throw needs to be dealt with, but he's already been pushed off the wall, and you're right, Vitality. This is a red carpet being rolled out for this squad. Set their sights on trophies when they were forming this roster. They haven't been able to live up to it, but look at to change the history books. This tournament, at least, going the right way about it.
Looking for a date against Leviathan.
Yeah.
And Sayonara up against Neon. That could be an incredible matchup.
Battle of the rookies. Yeah.
Rookie of the Year candidates from each region, I think. We're acting like FUT are out of it.
That's
but
what I mean. I'm not going to try and sell you a bridge. I need a few more rounds before I start talking about them. But they're playing scared.
At the moment, it feels like they think they're out of it too.
Yeah. Seen this fight to be taken, but already one step ahead. The blind
Hey,
is
thank
good.
you,
Durka
Paul.
still claims the kill forwards. Is it a transfer? Sociable. Evens it out.
भाई यहाँ के एक बंदा ही दो तीन kill
Swing
निकाल
through the smoke just unaccounted for. Like I've been saying this the entire series long, it's a player advantage here to Vitality. 2v3 now on a retake, not even the right weapons for the job. Chronicle going to be looking to hold them back at the door. Fadeaway shots and snappy stuff, Durka. Magnetic, straight to the Dome of Zeus.
He's been a monster today. Durka has been absolutely monstrous.
30 seconds left.
I think it would have been fair to come into this game and you could have had a take. Oh, I actually think that Sop's been performing better. I think Sop's going to bring it to Durka. I think that new rookie energy is going to overpower the legacy player. I wouldn't have said you were stupid for that, but man, Durka is dominating. And he always turns up to global games.
Scanning ahead.
One round is all they need at this point. Vitality!
अरे
With every bit of pressure that's placed on the shoulders of FUT, they keep opening up even more mistakes. You can see it in the way that they're playing. It's wide swings, not set up at all. It's death from 1,000 cuts. Vitality perfectly happy to dish this one out. Cristali doing his best. It's 3 quick kills, but immediately evened out. Blade Storm in the hands of Durka. Reclamation there of the spike. Yeta Jado just 3 HP and surely can't get it done. Full speed ahead here for Vitality, but a top 4 in their sights minimum. And Yeta J forced to just walk straight into them. 13-2 goes about saying this was absolutely unreal. And the experience difference that these squads made manifest as Vitality look to go even further in the lowers.
EMEA versus EMEA, a rematch, but Vitality just way better this time. The region hasn't lifted a trophy since 2023, but Fnatic is not here in London. Durka and Chronicle still are. The survivors of this EMEA gauntlet, here to remind everybody what that legacy means. Durka was outrageous. And massive credit, of course, they had a great run. I've enjoyed watching them. The prep work, what they put together, it was very strong. Great performance. I'm looking forward to seeing more of them in EMEA. But my God, they got gapped today.
Vitality, more than one step ahead. The shooters were hitting. They can relish in the roar of the crowd here as they look to see if they can give it to the next opponent coming up. I believe it's going to be Leviathan, a clash of Americas and EMEA.
A top 4 represented by every region. Haven't had that since 2025 Toronto, where we saw Wolves in there as the China representative. Vitality take their place, representing the best of EMEA. Something these players have either been familiar with for Durka and Kron, or are stepping up to for the first time with people like Sayonara. A beautiful mix that's come together at just the right time later on in this season.
And a blend of inexperience, but veterans leading it. We're going to set it down to the stage. Frankie's standing by for the Verizon post-match interview. Please take it away.
Apparently, I had to take Yampy for this interview because he's got a joke lined up. But that game was not a joke. So let's take him to talk about that first of all, once he's finished signing this hat. Yampy, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you over here. We've got to talk about the fact that you haven't made a top 4 at an international event since Champs in 2021. What's it like to know you've made the top 4 here in London?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice milestone, but we are not done yet. Like, as I said yesterday after we lost the paper racks, that we will bounce back, and I'm super proud of the boys how we did today. So, yeah, I'm just happy.
On Lotus, though, were you a bit too happy? Do you think sometimes the jokes got in the way and things got a bit too silly for you to not close it out quicker?
Yeah, I'd say so, but it's also, it's fun to have fun, right? And yeah, the mood was good, and yeah, I think we play better when it's funny, so, but there's limits to it for sure. If it starts going bad, then it's time to serious up.
You also have an insurance policy that's called Durka and Chronicle. What's it like having those guys in your corner?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I can just roll around the game, have fun, make jokes, and they win for me, so yeah, it's amazing.
And talking about Ascent, though, that was really the day of the rookies. Profek really stepping up. Sayonara, that incredible Molly moment on round 12. What's it like seeing those guys perform at their first international?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to see this confidence. You know, I told them yesterday that we need to forget that we lost, and I'm super happy for especially Toasty because it was the first loss for them in the international stage, and the way they played today is incredible. Also, props to Pal and Scott for that Ascent. It was all them. So yeah, thank you.
Now, you are going to be representing EMEA in the top 4. Every single region is represented. Why is Europe going to be the strongest?
I mean, us, of course. We know Paper Axe was tough yesterday, but I'm sure that if we have a rematch, that we can have a close game.
Now, for the first time at this entire event, I heard that you actually requested to do the interview, Yampi, because you have prepared a joke for this moment. The floor is yours.
Yeah, that I saw Sideshow on the desk, and he's known for being on his podcast. So you could say this job is his Sideshow. Thank you.
I am so glad that he didn't take the microphone from me to drop it. Congratulations to Vitality. They've taken the final spot in the top 4. We are going to have to rest the stage for a few days, though, but when we're back on Friday, we'll be having more incredible Valorant. We'll see you then.
Okay, hold on. Can we get like an audio pumped into the crowd? We just gotta boo this man. Okay, unbelievable that Yampi just got away with what can only be considered to be one of the worst dad jokes I've ever heard, and our audio isn't going out to the crowd. Oh,
that's sad.
Dreadful.
Unlucky.
I was ready, man. Don't worry, Yampi. We will get you one day, somehow, some way. Now, of course, so we have the main man, our pal. Actually, pal. Wait, are we hot to the venue? We are. Okay. Hey, everyone, real fast. Can we just boo the crap out of Yampi for that terrible joke? Boo! Boo you, Yampi! Get him out of here!
Get him on a...
ya bum!
Get him on an open mic night, I think. Take him out somewhere and get him spreading his jokes.
How is it playing and being a part of this team with these guys? Because they seem like just such characters, man.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's the polite way of putting it. No, it's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
They are very talented, very experienced, and it's a really nice mixture of people that really, really want to put their best foot forward, do everything that they can, and yeah, sometimes that's fantastic, like on days like today. Sometimes, like last night, it's less than fantastic because everyone's got those same standards, and when you don't hit them, it's devastating. Everyone feels that, but I'm really happy that the boys managed to reset themselves properly and bounce back today.
Last time I spoke to you on broadcast, Pal, you had just qualified for London. It was a pretty emotional encounter, I think is fair to say. How do you feel now, though, that you've made top 4 at the global event?
It's a bit silly. I should have probably tried qualifying for more than last year, I think.
This close, every single time, this close.
Yeah, look, it's pretty special. Of course, it's in London. Of course, it's here. Of course, it's this time of year. And I think that for us, it doesn't come as a shock. Like, we expect
Hi,
that we
Oman
put
bhai,
in
kya
our
haal chal? Welcome to the
performances and we
stream.
let those
Kaisa
results take
hai?
care of themselves, as the
Game
saying
tu nahi
goes.
khel raha kya aaj?
With the fact that it's got us all the way here, okay, we've only really beaten FUT, Heretics, and then one other team. But at least we know we're good in the EMEA. So
Hello,
yeah,
man,
it's
bhai,
now
kya haal
just
hai?
looking forward to the rest of the challenge of what this next weekend coming brings. But of course, it's fantastic. I think this was also my personal goal, just make it through to this finals weekend and have a lot of fun with it.
Okay, let's talk strats and stuff now and preparation.
That'll be the first time we've done that.
Yeah, we've never done this before.
Never.
Talk to me about preparation for the map veto coming into today, because I feel like you guys picking up Lotus and not going for that Pearl, which seemed like the kind of obvious choice, maybe not because of how close it had been the last couple of times you two had faced off. But yeah, talk to me about the map veto process coming into today and the preparation for that.
Well, realistically, like, these FUT guys are good on Pearl. They've always given us a very, very close
और
game
बताओ
the
man,
last 2 times
क्या
we
चल
played.
रहा है
And
भाई?
it would be the most predictable thing, just third time round. For them
क्या
to
चल रहा
come in, they expect the Pearl, right? They expect maybe the Haven, and then we say, okay, right now we're just giving them a free playground. So yeah, we thought we'd throw a curveball their way. Obviously their Haven is a fantastic map for them. No one's really been stopping them on it, so it just makes a lot of sense. And yeah, just throw them a curveball and see how they dealt with it. Really happy with how Scott and I prepped for that ascent last night. It was worth the late night.
So you knew it was coming.
Yeah, those were exactly the 3 maps we were expecting. So, hopefully it then left them with a bit of work to do in the moment, but yeah, we were happy with that.
Hey man, well look, you guys did an exceptional job. I mean, what we were seeing out there, and I'm sure like we heard the interview earlier that you did with Jen. You're a little not, I don't want to say down, but you were just straightforward about the team. You know, you were just like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I expect. Yeah, yeah. So what did you guys talk about? You know, when that happened, or what was that conversation like?
There's not really too much of a conversation that needs to happen. We kind of had a bit of a joke about it. You can see Yampy on the screen there, and some of the other boys they had a laugh with it. I kind of took the piss and said, look boys, you've had your warm-up now, you've had your warm-up scrim, you've taken your fights, you should be warm. Let's just rein it in a little bit now and fight them with our comp where you need to, especially into theirs on certain parts of the map, where it's appropriate, but otherwise, just sit back, let them come into the setups that we have prepared, and the boys did that exceptionally well, and the setups worked as planned. So I'm happy.
Yeah, when you used the word discipline, I think I got a little bit alarmed that we were going back to regular season, and maybe you were referring to the communication that was happening in terms of discipline and too many cooks in the kitchen, too many voices.
No, just people wanting to swing, to be honest.
Okay.
I think we heard a good example of some of the comms in one of the listening rounds. Yeah,
we did.
Just some good camaraderie. I mean, we heard the crowd laughing after that one. So I think that gives you the best insight.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, we are so thrilled for you guys. Obviously, congratulations. Always a pleasure. Much respect for you as always, man. You already know, baby. And of course, to the Vitality Squad organization, what an incredible achievement. But folks, that means we're down to our top 4. Can you believe it, bro? You're in the top 4, man.
It's a little bit silly. Yeah, seeing ourselves up there, but top 4 is not where we want to stop. So yeah, we revenge against Paper X, that's for sure. But we've got Leviathan to face first. So.
What do you think about Lev, man?
I think they're good. They're obviously good to get this far. I think you look at some of the rookies that they've brought in, some of the talent they've been able to bring together under King and Owner's leadership.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious they have a system that is working for them. They have their approach to the game. Our job now is to make sure we can understand that, and more importantly, know how to beat it come this weekend.
Well, you're the last hope for EMEA. So I guess the last thing I want to ask you is, do you have any messages that you want to send to friends, family, supporting at home, and to all of the EMEA fans that are kind of rooting for you now at this point?
EMEA fans, that'd be nice for a first time. sorry we've either knocked out or replaced your actual favourite teams. But one of the best things about being part of Vitality is just how many of you out there love supporting us. Okay, we really appreciate it. It does make a massive difference, especially on nights like last night. Sorry. And to all of those of you that are out there that I know that are coming this weekend to London from places near and far, I cannot wait. This was my personal goal, just to be able to get to see all of you lot. I'm looking forward to it. Please bring it. We'll be doing exactly the same thing as well.
Hell yeah, man. What a way to close it out. You love to hear it, guys. Give it up for Pow, an absolute GOAT. All right, folks, we got a little crowd here wants to hang out, and I'm gonna go hang out with them too. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna be back Friday, which is gonna be starting an hour earlier. Keep that in mind. So, you know, maybe adjust your clocks a little bit if that's a thing people still do. But of course, you don't want to miss it, folks. You're gonna be seeing the 4 best teams in the world competing against each other for the glory. We'll see you then, folks. Take care.
पूरा कट गया क्या भाई? इस तारीख को 6:30 और 9:30 फिर होगा संडे को फाइनली 6:30 बजे। चलो चले जा रहे हैं क्या?
Feeling love while I'm drowning with my finger. I'm losing all my thoughts. When the sun's in the sky, I'm still stuck in bed. When there's fire in my heart, it just sinks like that. I'm losing.
खेल रहे हैं क्या? अच्छा ठीक है। यार है यार एक और।
The blades on, they might just force up here.
I guess where their approach really showed through.
ये वाले मैचेस छूट गए हैं। चलो कोई नहीं। कितना
Match found.
Everyone is afraid of something.
Let's go. जल्दी कर लो यार, टाइम भी हो रहा है। एक मिनट, कैसा मैप वीडियो?
Do not worry. With me, this will be easy. C'est simple comme bonjour.
पेड़े चल जा।
ये पहले माइक बंद कर, तुम चलता हूँ।
Cover going out. Enemy spotted mid. Goodbye. Enemy C. Multiple enemies B.
Grenade!
I'll find you. Spike planted.
Bring them down.
One enemy remaining.
one. Reloading. Shame. I love explosions.
I can feel their panic rising. Drive it into them.
C.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
अरे भाई ये क्या मार दिया यार?
Cover going out.
Okay, done. I'll burn brighter than their phoenix. Just watch me.
बड़ा गलत मार दिया।
No prisoners.
My ult's not ready.
ये बड़ा भयंकर मौली मारा है।
There. Still in sight.
There they are.
ये पढ़ लिया फिर। चेंबर को नहीं पता चेस का ट्राई है
Spike planted.
उसको क्यों नहीं कर रहा है वो
Last player standing.
Trap destroyed.
लेफ्ट को निकाल
Reina, I must say how nice it is to work with you. It is so hard to find partners with your experience.
ऑटोमेटिक नहीं दिखा अरे यार क्राउच कर दिया
Shadows traveling.
Spike down A. Phoenix killed. There. Inside. One enemy remaining.
Blinding. Cover going out.
यहीं कहाँ दे दिए
Last player standing.
ठीक है अच्छा क्या
If you are not doing well, keep trying. We must keep up
Can I get a
appearances.
drop? Need a drop. Thank you.
यहाँ से वो नहीं हो रहा भाई
Joke's over! You're dead!
अरे fuck अबे
A. There. Spike planted. Last player standing.
अरे गलत
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it. My ult is ready. No. The hunt begins. Spike planted.
अबे यार बहुत स्लो
Last player standing.
एक हेल में better.
Okay, I only have like 78
Anyone feeling
grenades
generous?
left. Can I get a drop? Can I get a drop? I'm saving. There. I'll find you. Bring them down. They're blind with fear. Nightmare, take them! Mark 2. Last player standing.
अरे fuck क्या यार राइट में कैसे आ गया उसको
Spike planted.
ऐसे ही बनता रहता
Whatever happens, Sakin, don't panic. Trembling is bad for your aim. There.
है जहाँ क्राउच करने की क्या आदत है इनकी
Spike planted. There. Grenade! Stealing sight. Okay. Enemy spotted A.
Teleport's ready.
Last player standing. Grenade!
Please do not mistake my smile. I take this all very serious.
I'm saving.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
C Neon 89 Reyna 130
Spike planted.
जल्दी अपना सील कर दे
Bring them down. We found one. Close
Listen
your
to
eyes.
this!
Last player standing.
गन तो उठा नहीं दिया यार मान
Adi, again. Their fear is a track, and the track is fresh.
ए क्या यार जब भी गिरो तब भी आ जाओ यार
C.
यार एक क्लास कम है
My burden never ends.
Bring them down.
अरे
Enemy C.
एक आइडिया है ना
Last player standing.
हो गया यार इसको।
Last round in the half. Spend everything. Hoarding money is useless now.
My last round अभी buy कर लो।
There. There.
Not another step begins.
Bring them down.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
अरे यार अपनी टीम में कुछ हीलर व्हीलर कुछ नहीं यार मिक्स है उनकी टीम में
Adios. Spike planted. Cutting their vision.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Last player standing. Got him. Switching sides. Make their fear your weapon. Or use a gun. Whichever. The spike is here. There. Watching here. Reloading. On my mark.
इन्हें एंट्री दिला देना चल हमारे लिए
Never give in. I'm lurking. I'll find you. Cutting their vision. Bring them down. Reloading.
मिड से आएगा सब मिड से सब वीटो वो ऊपर है हेल वो जो क्यूब होता है जो भी वहाँ पे
There. One enemy remaining.
I have them.
जा जा हो गया ट्रिप कर
Team Ace. Nothing's perfect, but that was perfect. They're just batteries. Can I get a drop? I need a recharge. The spike is here. Spike's there.
Spike.
Plant gives up.
There.
Here.
Hey, CQ children.
No prisoners.
It's it.
Cover going out.
Grenade.
Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
I'll find you. Bring them down.
Trap destroyed.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
There.
अरे इधर ही है रे
Cutting their vision. One enemy remaining.
Blinding.
Last bogey killed. Grenade!
Weapon choice. It is so personal, no? You pick a gun and it tells me who you are.
The spike is here.
Here.
We win. We survive.
Shadows traveling.
Enemy spotted C. Enemy spotted C.
होल्ड कर लो पूरा सी रोटेट कर लो पूरा सी होल्डेड है जा जा जा
Reloading.
There. Where are you?
वुमेन हेवन
Cutting their
कर दे
vision.
और यहाँ पे कर दे
Bring them down.
बंदा इसके पीछे
Spike down A. Last player standing. Boş yapmayın. Keep fighting. Rest is overrated.
Spike here.
The spike is here.
Spike's there.
There.
Spike's there.
फेट तुम इनिशिएटेड है प्लांट दे ना
They are mine.
प्लांट दे क्या ना
Enemy C. Next.
Cover going out. Cover going out.
I'll find you.
प्लांट दे कोई नहीं है
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
अरे यार जल्दी घुस रहना घुस मार क्या
Last player standing.
फेट
One enemy remaining. None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that?
bunch.
There. Hush. Calm body out.
CD पे
Last player standing. Get out of here. My ult's ready.
running you.
I will take back what is mine. Spike here.
There. 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 There.
The hunt begins. Cover going out. Cover going out.
Where are you? Mark one. Goodbye. Trying to hide.
Backstab.
ये वीटो का तोड़ भाई.
Last player standing. Match point.
Take aim, Zenfire. Let's not complicate it.
Watching here.
Spike here. Cover going out. Joke's over! You're dead!
Find you. Reloading.
Not another
Here. Reloading. Where? Take them! Listen to this! Mark one.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Cover going out.
Backstab. Fade backstab.
Last player standing.
Back पे.
Spike planted.
Back. हाँ, देख ले. यही से आएगी. बस. Nice.
The symphony of death. Don't worry. You
Spike
get
here.
used to it.
Spike here. I will be their nightmare. Cover going out.
On my mark.
Cover going out.
Where are you? There. Bring them down. Bring them down. I shoot. Piss. Enemy spotted. A.
My ultimate is ready.
Reloading.
standing.
Spike planted. There. Last player standing.
वीटो राइट से आएगा तेरे लिए Phoenix said something.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Cover going out. Watch them run. No.
क्या टीपी किया गेम के गान मार जरूरत ही नहीं थी उसका
Defenders win.
चलो भी चलते हैं टाइम हो गया कैमरा अगर हम ऑन करके चीज क्या देखेंगे कैसा लगता है क्या लगता है बैकग्राउंड पे भयंकर ये भी चल रहा था तभी तो नहीं चल रहा था ऐसे सही है वे पता भी नहीं चलेगा बस क्या है वेब केबल इतना छोटा सा है थोड़ा तो बड़ा करना पड़ेगा इसको तो ऐसे नया तरीका निकाल ये तरीका ठीक है चलो